Holy smokes, this isn't a joke. Donald Trump is giving them 48 hours, or else the European Central Bank will shock everyone, and we will see our dear friend James. He's starting to get money for his leverage holdings. We'll also discuss about that. Oh, and Robinhood also made a large purchase. We will also talk about that. We'll talk about Bitcoin and XRP. All I want from you is a big smile to send out those nice feelings. Hit that like button. Let's see if we can get this video to 2,000 likes. Simple for you guys. Take a look. That's all you have to do, isn't it? I'm going to show you how to do this. First, you need to stretch out your arm so you don't acquire a rotator cuff problem. They have to be very careful. Then you take your finger, this one if you can, and do this. Boop. Isn't it? You can bash the like button, click it, or touch it however you want. Just be nice when you call. I don't want to get bills for shattered screens. Okay? So right now, we're seeing the crypto market start to come back a little bit. Oh, I forgot. We're also going to speak about what the Federal Reserve said. Warning, spoiler. Some people thought he retired, but he didn't. He didn't give up. He didn't say there was an emergency or that interest rates would go down. He expressed some things that were interesting. It was extremely brief and nice. Everyone in the market was waiting for him to say something, but he didn't. So everyone who said in the comments of a previous video that we would have a nothing burger with fries on the side was right. You're right. We'll get to that in a minute. So right now, XRP is really up for the day. You can see that XRP adds $2.18. I'm only looking because I don't have my stochastic RSI. I think it's because I have the SMA. And can I head this back? We'll get it back later. And so right now XRP is going up a little bit, roughly 1%, which got us back into the green for the day. Bitcoin was worth $1.47, 4,763. And James, the old guy, didn't get liquidated. He even asked people to help him fight, encourage him, and send him money. People sent him money, which let him lower the price of his liquidation a little bit. In a prior video, I showed how obviously he was manipulating the market by the way he was trading. In the next few days, we'll see how this story goes on. I think the 5-minute and 1-hour times will be a little more affected than we want them to be because of what James is doing, but they haven't liquidated him yet, so maybe they'll halt this and let the market breathe and go where it wants to go. Isn't that right? Of course, it's never advice about money. Before you invest, let's do your own research. I won't tell you to buy, sell, or hold because I don't know where the market is going to go every day. You need to decide for yourself what you want to do. Also, keep in mind that I'll never reach out to you on social media to beg you to sign up for something or send me money. Those people are trying to trick you. Be very careful out there. The US has put off tariffs on select Chinese goods until August 31st. We can see that tensions are rising between the US and China, but we can also see that some of the pauses are being extended until August 31st, not July. That's a long time. Isn't that right? And I saw today that Trump is expected to talk to Xi, the president of China, sometime this week, so we're past Monday. We'll see what happens then. Secretary Besson said that they wanted to wait and see what the chairman and Trump would say before coming up with a lot of ideas or what they should do. Then they would smash it out. Is that right? They'll make it smooth, not break it. So we'll have to wait and see how that turns out during the week. So this is what Jerome Powell stated. some individuals are trying to figure out what he really meant by what he stated, like the secret group behind it. Let's listen to it first, and then we'll talk about it. After World War II, it became a global economic superpower. The Bretton Woods Accord made the US and the Fed very important to the world economy. Our goal then, as it is now, was to help the people of the United States. At that point, though, it was evident that the Fed needed to know more about what was going on in the world in order to meet our dual mandate aims. A document from 1948 that suggested creating the division said, "Problems of international economics and finance have become increasingly large, complex, and significant in recent years, and our foreign economic relations will undoubtedly continue to give rise to issues of the first magnitude." That unusual economic prediction that turned out to be correct. 75 years later, it remains vital that the Fed comprehend the policies and practices of foreign governments and central banks and their consequences for the US economy and for financial markets. Of course, the US Treasury is now in charge of exchange rate policy. But the end of the Bretton Woods era in the 1970s transformed how monetary policy was done in a big way. Since 1950, global trade and financial movements have become more important, as we saw during the pandemic. Basically, we've stated a lot, but nothing really matters to people. For example, the fact that he claimed the end of the bread in the woods incorrectly profoundly affected the monetary policy, stating, "Well, the pie that Bitcoin is coming. Is that right? And the dollar is going to lose value and the crypto will take over." So something like that. I don't think that's what he means. It just took 2 minutes. This only takes a minute and a half. I listened to the whole 2 minutes prior. There wasn't anything that really moved the market, which is why we haven't seen much movement here. So let's go on to the next item. This is how the market is at the moment. We're going from one thing to the next, trying to figure out what will make the market go up or down. This is how things generally are. There are a lot of days when nothing occurs in the market, and then there are a few days when it gets crazy. And what happens is that most people are sitting on the sidelines because of these boring days. By the time they open an account or transfer money in or do other things, the movement is already over. So it's not your fault that you're watching this video and are interested in the market. This is just how things are right now. It's a hard job. I get it. People drop out, people take breaks, but you know what? You're still here, and your people keep coming back. I sincerely appreciate you all coming here every day, and some of you even more than once a day. Thanks a lot for this. The Trump administration is telling countries that they need to send in their final trade offers by Wednesday to avoid extra tariffs that go into effect on July 8th. So you can watch Trump yelling at everyone, "You're out of a job. You're going to be in big trouble if you don't deliver me the proposal by Wednesday. Is that right?" We'll see how that works out, how many countries make a proposal, and if that will have an effect on the markets as well. Robinhood has finished buying Bitstamp, a regulated global exchange that serves retail and institutional users in the EU, UK, US, and Asia. Robinhood is getting bigger and stronger all the time. We'll have to wait and see what that company can turn into. Will it be the best financial company in the world in 10, 15, or 20 years? It's possible. It could be. Robinhood is going to have some very interesting days ahead. The European Central Bank